So, hi everybody, this is Simone Milasas, the founder of Joy of Business, and I'm here with Caroline.
Hello everybody, nice to see you, and it's a great pleasure to be able to talk to you today, Simone. Wonderful.
It's nice to be here.
Cool, and we would like to talk about things what is it that really expands my business?
Well, what expands your business is the choices that you choose. I mean, you've got to be willing for anything to show up. What I see is the place where so many people limit their business is where they stick to a point of view and they decide that this is the way the business has to look. This is the way something shows up. This is the way we will make sales. This is the way we will increase it. One of the things we refer to in Access Consciousness and in the Business Done Different classes is we talk about being in question. And being in question with everything. So if you ask questions every single day with your business and with the people you work with, whether it's, you own the business or you have employees or you're an employer, I mean, there's some really basic questions that you can start to ask to see the business expand. So, and two of them I would say is asking what else is possible with the business today? How does it get any better than this with the business? And I once did this session with someone in New Zealand, and they owned a white goods shop. So they were selling, washing machines and dishwashers, etc. And what they did was they told their staff that every single person that came into the shop that asked a question, inquiring about some goods, if they brought something, they said, what else is possible and how does it get any better than this? And they went to the question. And if they didn't buy anything, and this is where people don't ask questions all the time. If they didn't buy anything, they still ask the question of what else is possible and how does it get any better than this? And the thing is about asking a question is you open up the energy. Because as soon as you say, oh, well, it can't get any better than this. This is the best month we've ever had. What you should say is, this is the best month we've ever had so far. Because what you do is you invite something else to show up. So everywhere that you've been limiting your business and what can show up because you've decided that you have to control what shows up, where you destroy and uncreate it, right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all names, shorts, boys and beyonds. And that is the clearing statement from Access Consciousness. If you so desire, you can go and find out more about it at theclearingstatement.com. But basically, it changes all of the thoughts, feelings and emotions and all of those things that you've created that lock your business up, lock your point of view up so that you go, no, this is it. Nothing else is possible. Everything is possible, but you've got to choose it and you've got to be willing to ask questions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So I will go with that now today and really look whatever, when I forget to ask a question, just go in that and then really go and see what expands it. Thank you so much.
You can even ask like as simple, if you go, I don't know what question to ask, go, all right, so what next?
Yeah,
what next?
Exactly.
What else is available for me that I have not yet asked for? What possibilities with my business are available I have not yet asked for? And even if you don't actually have a business and you just have an idea, it's like, how many times have you already gone to the wrongness of you because your idea is not actualized? Instead, it's like POC and POD everything that is, which is the clearing statement, and then ask, what action can I take today that would allow this idea to actualize so that you actually turn it into something that exists, that you can make money from and have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, and not being, because that is something that I know, and I know a lot of other people might do so also. As soon as you decided that this is like an action you want to take, you're just so stuck on your decisions from the, oh yes, and the way that you think of it, that really opens up and then anything can.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times people will say, oh, well, I can't do this because I can't afford it. Or, I can't expand the business because I don't have the money. Well, you've just limited yourself based on money and you're using money as the source of creation rather than you are the source of creation, okay? Money is not the source of creation. You are the source of creation. There's so many different ways that something can show up, but you've already decided, oh, I need to have X amount of money in my bank account before I can choose this. That's not true. That's like saying, I can't wake up happy until I have, a certain amount of money or I'm successful. No, you can just choose to wake up happy. It's that easy and that simple. And it has to be your choice. You got to choose it. It's up to you and nobody else.
Thank you so much for that. It's
You're
wonderful.
so welcome.
It opens up a lot of space.
Yeah. So let's reiterate. It's like,
Yes.
it's about asking questions, not going to the answer. And asking questions and not going to the answer is also about not going to the wrongness of you. So 2 of the questions that I would also add here, and there's a lot of tools just in this little short segment with the questions, is what's right about me I'm not getting, and what's right about this I'm not getting. Because so many times when something shows up, not the way you think it's going to, because nothing ever shows up the way you think it's going to. So, and you go to, oh, I got it wrong. I didn't make the right decision. You know, I was an idiot. It's like you go into the judgment of you. What I would ask is that you come out of the judgment of you, come out of the judgment of your business, and ask those 2 questions. What's right about me I'm not getting? And what's right about this I'm not getting? Because I see so often people go to make some sort of business deal, etc., and then it doesn't show up the way they think it's going to show up. So then they go to the wrongness and they go to the negativity of what isn't, rather than going, okay, this is a new day. This is a new possibility. What's right about this I'm not getting, and something completely different can show up if you're willing to be in question and if you're willing to receive it.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So come and check out Joy Business. You can go to accessjoybusiness.com. You can also find more information on accessconsciousness.com. We've got Business Done Different classes in many different places with many different Joy Business facilitators. We call them JCFs. And I've got some coming up too, and we would love to see you there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Looking
Bye-bye.
forward. Bye.